Hey, what's good, everyone? It's Maps from itsmaps.com. It's Maps blog. It's Maps WordPress. It's Maps YouTube channel. It's Maps from that Blue Mitzi team. Once again, that Blue Mitzi team. Um, Please check out the Come Up compilation ebook. Once again, which consists of some real great information. You got the health information in there. You got the trading information in there, the notary information, top 10 secure credit cards to get, top 10 credit unions to join. Once again, some of those credit unions that we have in that book, you don't have to live around the area or have a relative that's in there. You can just join in some of these credit unions by just donating, a small portion of, you know, just a small portion, just a small donation. Some of them 10, 15, $20, and then you can get in. Some of these credit unions are well generous when it comes to loaning, especially if you have your credit report right. Some SIC information, top 10 SICs to go with if you're incorporating, especially if you're going for funding purposes. Um, Personal credit information, how to keep your credit A1, how to get it to A1, and some business credit information, 10 steps business credit information to get your corp from not knowing anything from process of building it all the way down to funding it. So go get that ebook, the Come Up compilation ebook. That also leads me to this video. I actually made this video here because in the last couple of days I've actually had some questions asked by a few partners and friends of mine, which was a surprising question. It was actually, what is a credit report? And some of them that knew what a credit report was only thought that there were possibly like one credit report or one agency. They really didn't know the details. So I decided to go ahead and make a blog post about what is a credit report. It gives you a nice overview of what it is and who runs it. You guys can go on itsmaps.blogspot.com and check that out. Give me some responses. If there's more questions you may have on what a credit report is, I'll answer that. But I decided to make a video along with it so I can let you guys know what a credit report is. Um, a credit report is detailed financial and personal information. It holds financial information from your creditors or from reliable sources or from public record sources. Public records meaning, if maybe you got a loan from someone, a person-to-person loan, and they went to the courts with it, filled out paperwork, and you decided not to pay that loan back, that person can go to the court and file a public record on you, which will show up on your credit report underneath public records. Um, that's also related to UCCs, which is another discussion. Um, your financial information from your creditors, of course, if you get a cell phone and you don't pay your cell phone bill, they can report that to your credit report in a negative manner. Then you got your regular credit cards, your Visa, your Capital One, your Chase, your whatever it is, even your store cards, your Walmart cards, your J.C. Penney's cards. They report your positive payments every single month. And if they're not, they should be. You should call up and make sure that they are reporting all that information every month for you. There's a few different credit bureaus out there. Some of them are offsprings of the big three, and that big three is Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Once again, the big three are Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Those are pretty much what most creditors or banks are going to be pulling to determine your eligibility of lending, of loans that they'll be able to give to you. Depending on the kind of information you have on that credit report, will determine what they offer to you. You may want to pull your credit report, often, once every 3 months, once every 6 months to make sure everything is correct on there. A lot of people don't know about it, and that's why I wanted to make this. And a lot of times when they don't know about it, there can be negative information on your credit report which will deny you or get you denied when you go to try to apply for something as simple as even a phone. So you need to know what's on there so so everything can come together right and everything can fit into your plan for whatever you need to get done. With that being said, you can go to obtain your credit report for free at annualcreditreport.com. Once again, you can obtain a free credit report at annualcreditreport.com. Now that's just a detailed report. It doesn't have a score. You'd have to go and pay an additional, couple of dollars if you wanted to get the score. You also have these other websites that gives you credit reports, like I think freecreditreport.com, and then you have Credit Karma. You have those guys as well. You have Credit Check Total. Now, some of these guys are not bad. They're pretty okay. But one thing that I will mention is that when you buy these credit reports from these companies, some of the information might not be fully updated or correct. It's because it's not coming directly from that bureau. It's coming as a third party. It's coming secondhand information. If you really want to go and check your information to the T on what exactly is on there, you'd want to go directly to that bureau, which is, Experian.com, Equifax.com, and TransUnion.com. They'll give you, real time, your real time reports, your real time on everything, what's going on your report as is. Another thing your report has also is personal identification information, your address, name where you've lived probably in the last 10 years or so, the job you've had, sometimes even your salary. One thing you may want to do is you may want to keep up and make sure that your credit report has your updated information. As far as where you live, if you've never lived anywhere, make sure you take care of that. Your salary, your job, all this information. Sometimes, or a lot of people don't have this on their credit report, and it may seem like something minute, like it really doesn't make a difference. But believe it or not, a lot of this filled in information that you give to the credit agency is very helpful because they can determine sometimes you having to send in additional information to a bank to get an approval. If a bank has your information on file, like saying maybe John Doe works at Direct TV and John Doe makes $89,000 on all three credit agencies. They have that information on there for quite a while. Sometimes it may be the difference between you calling the bank and saying, "Hey, I'm gonna call DCU." You may get approved for a loan, but DCU may say, we may need it upon, you sending in some pay stubs or something like that. And then you have to go through that extra step to give them the pay stubs or whatever the case may be. Sometimes if you have that information already on your report, you may be able to bypass that. So that's something to keep in mind and a step that you should make sure you take. I think that's pretty much it. Actually, I wanted to go over as well what's on your credit report as far as loans. The credit cards and the loans that you have on your credit report is pretty much broken down into two types of credit, which is called revolving credit and installment credit. Installment credit is a credit extended to you that has a set interest rate, a set payment amount that you'll be paying, and a set time that it should be paid off from start to finish. It's called an installment loan. Installment loan are normally loans as like an auto loan, a furniture loan, and one that's most popular to most people, a student loan. It's also called an installment loan. A revolving loan or revolving card, like a credit cards, store cards, Macy's cards, Staples cards, Capital One card, whatever card you have in that revolving department, they don't necessarily sometimes have a full set interest rate. Sometimes it can change. Also, the payments are spread out depending on how you want to do them. Sometimes you can pay your full balance before the 30 days. Sometimes you can leave a balance and just pay a minimum amount. That's the difference between an installment and a revolving account. So it's always good to have a good variety of installment accounts and revolving accounts. From what I'm understanding, a good, nice set credit report that'll get you into highs. It's good to have about a good 4 revolving accounts and a decent, good 2 installment accounts. That's just something I'm just throwing out there. Pretty much that's it. It's Maps from itsmaps.com. It's Maps blog. It's Maps WordPress. It's Maps YouTube channel. Blue Mitzi Team, the Come Up compilation ebook. Please check it out. I appreciate it. You guys check the videos. Thank you for watching.